Okay, let's see. This is another attempt. I got some extra time on my recorder on the tablet, so I'll be able to speak a little bit longer than my very latest edition upload. Uh, let's see, I was talking about some word usage and confusion that comes along with that word usage in, say, places like the court of law where there's a record being taken. Um, And specifically, what I was getting into was the word represent, because that's what the question is. Are you going? Do you wish to represent yourself, or be represented by an attorney, or blah blah blah? And that's the thing. So represent. Think about this. Okay, the word present. Okay, most people kind of have two kind of definitions that they go by. Well, maybe more, but one being a present is a gift, right? You know, you're gonna get some presents from Christmas, you know, whatever. And then the other one would be now. You know, the time, it's the present, right? The time is now. That is the present, right? So when they say, you know, do you wish to represent yourself or be represented? What are they really saying? Because it's being written down on a record for later, you know, to be reviewed later, reviewed. So what are they really saying? Well, is to do again, basically something, right? You know, like, you know, redo, replay, you know, reconfigure, whatever. You know, you get the point. So they say represent. They say represent, so it sounds different in phonetically, but on paper it doesn't. It looks identical. You can't, and so that's where they use their discretion. Is that that literal identical statement on paper can, you know, discretion can be implied because they don't have the the voice. You know, they don't have the behavior on the record. So represent is it's to say that I'm going to give myself to you again. I mean, that's what it says, right? So don't ever agree to represent yourself. The only thing you can do is come to appear before the court. And the only thing that you can come to appear as is a man or a woman, you know, whatever that is, or a son or a daughter. You're not a person. You can't appear as, you know, whatever your name is. You can only appear before the court as that of which you are. Anything else is a lie. And when you lie in a court of law, that's a problem, you know. Um, so that's the thing, is you got to watch what you say. Very, you know, you got to understand what words you're using. You know, go look up the word appear, okay? And it means something very specific. It's spiritual. That's why they say at the beginning of a court proceeding, you know, all rise. They're not talking about the waters rising from the tides of blah, blah, blah. They're talking about spiritually all rise, okay? You know, or like the sun. You know, the sun rises, right? Okay, so just pay attention to these things and know what you're saying. Never give up your rights. Make sure you reserve your rights at all times. Never give up the right to, never waive something just because it's convenient for you at that very present moment. Okay, because it's going to screw you in the long run. I guarantee it. That's what happens every time. Oh, yeah, I'll waive my rights. Guess what? Next thing you find yourself,